Hey everyone, today we continue looking at John's prologue. The Word was in the world, and the world came into being through him, but the world didn't know him. He came to what was his own, and his own people did not accept him. But to all who did receive him, who trusted in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, who were born not of blood or of the will of the flesh or the will of a man, but of God. And the Word became flesh and made a home among us. And we have seen his beauty, the beauty like that of a father's unique son, full of grace and truth. From his fullness we have all received, even grace upon grace. Now the law was given through Moses. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God. The unique Son, who is God, who is close to the Father's heart, has made him known. A phrase that you hear a lot is, well, that's just the way the world works. It's just the way the world is. But what do we mean when we say that? Are we saying that's how it should be? No, we're admitting that's the nature of things. But does it have to be that way? One of the common words that John will talk about is world. And when he says that, we don't want to think in terms of the creation that God made and called good, or like the material world. Really, it seems like most of the time he's talking about the systems that are in place in this world, the ways of thinking, the ways that we've structured things according to our darkened logic, not the logic of Christ, that's contrary. And so the light of Christ is trying to shine in the midst of this world, but it can't be fully understood with absolute certainty, right? That's what the world promises. But this light, this word, can only be received and trusted. The word of life can only be received and not grasped because it's grace. It's a beautiful gift, and all that you can actually do is accept it. Now, that also means that we don't have to go out and find it and figure it out for ourselves. Love has made a home right here with us where we can see. Now, there have been many before and since who have faithfully pointed us to God, prophets like Moses that he mentions here. But, they were still just pointing to something. And it's hard to love and trust someone that you can't see. And a word, it seems it's hard to pin down, it's hard to relate to. And so the word took on flesh and lived among us right here in the midst of this dark world. So, do you want to see the beauty of God? Do you want others to? Well, then let love make a home in you. Receive this grace so that you can offer this grace.